Caleb Downs, 5-star safety from Mill Creek High School out in Georgia. Downs has been consistent every single season. He's made the Max Preps junior, sophomore, and freshman All-American teams in each of the last 3 seasons.
This player is a tremendous prospect. Excellent football intelligence and IQ. He plays with top-notch anticipation in terms of being able to make plays.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Caleb makes an immediate impact as a true freshman when he does get to the next level. He's got great size and talent. He is one of the most competitive dudes in the class of 2023.
He's comfortable playing in the deep middle, playing off the hash, or playing down in the box. He's also an excellent tackler in terms of being able to get defenders down, and he does a nice job in terms of coverage.
And we look at the colleges in the mix for the 5-star safety. You got Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, Clemson, and Notre Dame. And an NFL comp I got for Caleb Downs is the Pittsburgh Steelers' Minkah Fitzpatrick.
It's breaking news here on CBS Sports HQ as Caleb Downs, the nation's number 22 overall player, set to reveal his commitment decision. He plays his high school ball out of Mill Creek, just north of Atlanta. He's the number 1 safety and player in Georgia. Downs has 5 finalists: Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina, Notre Dame, and Ohio State, all on his list as he looks to jump to the next level. You see there, he's the number 1 safety in the class of 2023, according to the rankings over on 24/7 Sports. Let's send it out to Downs to get his commitment decision.
Think about being at a place where you can become a better man.
Where the depth charts in your favor, where the defense favors you, and where you love the coaches and where you feel like you can have a great career.
I got you 100 because you're my baby and I love you.
We can see the past, that's our hindsight. We can see the present, that's insight. But what we can't see is the future. And whatever you choose, trust us, son.
All right, man. Here we go. Again, Georgia, North Carolina, Alabama, Ohio State, and Notre Dame are the final teams you have up here. All right, Caleb, the decision's yours.
Well, first off, I want to thank God for blessing my family and myself. I want to thank everybody that came out today. You guys are my circle around me, and I can't do what I do without y'all. I want to thank God for allowing me to have a 2-parent home, which is something that's really special, and 2 parents that sacrifice for me every day, and I thank you guys for that. Mom, you're my rock. I love you, and I know you have my best interests at heart, and I love you. Pops, you showed me what it means to be a man, and that's something that's really special. You've been my best coach, best mentor, best trainer, best educator, and you instilled faith in me as a child, and that's something that can't be replaced. Bro, love you. Sis, love you too. I want to thank my coaches, trainers, and teachers, everybody that has taught me lessons and provided me wisdom throughout the year. Special shout out to Tony Ballard, my guy, providing me this outfit today. Not saying everybody. Coach Lovelady, thank you for believing me in as a freshman. Let me on the field and giving me a chance. All my rec league coaches, you guys are the foundation that I have in this, and I thank you for that. Lastly, I want to thank all the coaches and colleges that recruited me throughout this process and saw the talent that God instilled in me since I was young. Thank you. I need to thank myself for the dedication I put in this process. For the next 3 to 4 years, I'll be committed to let's go slide. Hold tight, cut. Hold tight.
Give it up for him one more time. Caleb, we talked about family, we talked about the community. I mean, my goodness, you were on the cover of a magazine at 6 years old for your talent, obviously, for what you could do. Now you made that college decision. You tell me why did you choose Alabama?
I just felt it was the best fit for me. I felt that that's where God was leading me, so at the end of the day, I had to trust in it and believe that I can make it there over anywhere else. So it's my decision. You may not like it, but you're going to respect it, so it is what it is. And thank y'all for showing up today. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. Thank you.
All right, let's welcome 24/7 Sports Director of Recruiting Steve Wiltfong for more on this. Steve, your reaction to Downs going to Alabama?
Well, another monster pickup for Nick Saban and the Crimson Tide. That's 3 5-star defensive back commits for Alabama in this 2023 cycle. And Caleb Downs, in my opinion, the best one yet, maybe the best pure high school football prospect in the country. You know, he's a player that's in complete control when he's out there, Jeremy. He's typically around the football, typically in position to make a play because of his preparation, his instincts, and of course his athletic ability. He's as can't miss a prospect as there is in this 2023 class because of his high football IQ, his intangibles. He's a great leader. He's dedicated to working out. Gets up at 5:20 in the morning every day, watches a lot of film, just loves talking about the game. And when you turn on the film, he's a missile out there to the football. He can turn you over. He makes game-changing plays. He's a 3-year varsity football player and one of the toughest classifications in high school football in the country. He checks all the boxes that Alabama's looking for from a competitor, the mentality and the talent level. And this is as big a pickup as any program's going to have in this cycle. And to beat Georgia and Ohio State, Notre Dame, the programs you're competing against for a national title, another inch there.
As you mentioned, third 5-star for them, second 5-star safety, all of them in the defensive backfield. Thanks, Steve, the Director of Recruiting at 24/7 Sports, of course, for all the latest from the recruiting trail and a look ahead to the season to come. Be sure to check out 24/7 Sports. These guys have all the inside track on all the up-and-coming talent in high school as they transition to the college game. An unbelievable database of player info and analysis. Check them out at 247sports.com. And we are now happy to welcome the player we've been talking about, Caleb Downs. Caleb, congratulations. Welcome to CBS Sports HQ.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me be here.
Caleb, looking at your list of schools here, it's a who's who of the top college football programs. So how tough was this decision for you?
It was extremely tough. But at the end of the day, I had to trust in God and trust my decision. I thank all the schools for recruiting me, and I learned a lot from each coach, but Roll Tide.
What was it about Alabama that makes it a perfect fit for you?
Coach Saban means a lot. Just the mentorship that he can provide, the development on the field. And then their DB coaches, Tavares Robinson and Charles Kelly, are both great men, great people to learn from. And then just the pedigree and the winning tradition that Alabama has. I love that, and I'm ready to put myself in that position.
Caleb, not everyone gets to go through the recruitment process. What was it like to talk to Coach Saban and his staff about your football future?
Exhilarating, I'd say. Something that you can't get that anywhere else. But it was a great process. I'm glad it's coming to an end so I can focus on football in my high school season.
Yeah, a little bit of weight off your shoulders, but a good weight to have. What have your current coaches and teammates taught you about your game? I heard you speak about them, thanking them during your commitment, but what have they taught you about your style?
Very instinctual, very intellectual player. I think through the game, very fast, have all the athletic abilities that anybody would need. But it's just hard work and dedication. Everything pays off.
Caleb, now's your chance to speak to the Alabama faithful as you become their third 5-star in this 2023 class. Tell them what kind of player they are getting.
You're getting the best player you could ask for. That's what you're going to get. You're going to get a hard-working kid that's going to come in and try to do everything he can to make an impact and try to win another title.
Caleb, congratulations once again, and best of luck as you take your game to the University of Alabama as a member of their recruiting class of 2023. Five-star safety Caleb Downs choosing Alabama over the likes of Georgia, Tennessee, Notre Dame, and Clemson, and his commitment. You can see what it does for the Tide in terms of their overall rankings. He's the 13th player overall in the class of 2023, playing out of Mill Creek in Georgia, and now going to Alabama. All right, let's go back to Steve Wiltfong, the Director of Recruiting for 24/7 Sports. Steve, your thoughts on why he's such a good fit for this program?
Well, you just got a taste of it right there, right? Just the command and the presence he has, and the mentality that he brings. You know, Alabama's not an easy place to go and play football, but he knows what's expected of him, and he will rise to the occasion. Again, his habits are top notch. He gets up at 5:25 in the morning every day, turns on a sermon or a motivational speaker or gospel music, then hits his workout, and then gets prepared for school, and then has practice afterwards. Loves watching film, watches as much film as any high school football prospect in the country. His football IQ is off the charts. And then when you turn on the film, I mean, he's an incredible athlete that's very instinctual. He's rangy. He's around the football. He's a playmaker. He's broken up 33 passes in his high school career. Got 14 interceptions going into his senior year. As a junior, he put points on the board 5 different ways. Threw a touchdown pass, caught a touchdown pass, ran one in, had a pick 6, also had a kick return for a score. So he impacts the game in so many ways. He's just a natural out there, and he's as sure a thing in this 2023 class to be a great player in college.
And it's a nice jump for the Tide in terms of the 2023 recruiting class rankings. How is this class shaping up for Nick Saban?
Well, pound for pound, it's the number 1 class in the country. I believe Caleb's commit number 14 for them. And when you look at average ranking per commit, that's number 1. They're up to number 5 in the overall standings. But you just look at this class and see how talented it is right now. They have 3 5-star defensive backs committed. And I think if you ask all of them why they picked Alabama, one of the reasons would be Nick Saban's influence on that defensive back room. But Caleb Downs, Jaleel Hurley, Tony Mitchell, that's a heck of a secondary haul there. They just beat Georgia for Justice Haynes. They beat the Bulldogs for Caleb Downs. So they go into the Peach State and land 2 of the best from their rival that they're competing against for the national championship. And Alabama, you know, they were a slow starter this cycle, and that's because the guys that they identified and prioritized weren't ready to make their college decisions. But now we see them rising up the 24/7 Sports standings because these young men are ready to make their decisions. Caleb Downs took his official visits in June. He went to Notre Dame. He went to Georgia. He went to Ohio State. He went to Alabama, and Alabama wins out here for him, and they're winning out for several more here this month.
Yeah, and you heard him talk about, speaking of Saban, called it exhilarating. Thank you, Steve Wiltfong, Director of Recruiting at 24/7 Sports, discussing the commitment of Caleb Downs going to Alabama. And of course, for all the latest from the recruiting trail and a look ahead to the season to come, be sure to check out 247sports.com.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.